wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation, don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bed until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we...
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Check, 53's Mike. You better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
First play of the drive. Excellent run. Just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another first down.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
To throw, Cousins. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Let's go, baby.
So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
Here we go, here we go. Hatch it. Hey, Ken.
First down, here's Cousins. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Good job.
Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
From the 24, Stafford. He's going to loft one deep left side here, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers.
Johnson, it's poked free. Football's out. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. 12 yards there, first down Vikings.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
A quick pass out to Aguilar. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Check. 180. Check. 53's Mike. Hey, that QB's
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Cousins. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw is Cousins. The throw complete to Beebe. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 27-yard line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 27. Now Cousins. And his throw here's incomplete. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
They'll run with Cook, and he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
It's just me and you.
They try again with Cook. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
So here we go on a 3rd and goal. This Lions defense, they haven't broken yet.
Here we go.
They'll run for it with Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Looking at this situation, if you're at the 1, the 2, maybe you go for it. From here, you kick it.
I agree. I think you have to get points in this situation. 4th down, I don't chance it at all. I put the points on the board and go back and regroup.
And his kick is good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And defensively going with a dime set, 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, Stafford. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield, and the Vikings pick up the football.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Trey Flowers there on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. didn't happen on that play.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Let's see what you got.
On third down, Cousins. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Vikings. Nico Hardman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 20.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Mike, 54. Here I come.
Stafford. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
14. First down, Detroit.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
We got this.
The end of the first quarter with the score Vikings 10, Lions nothing.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. You. Omaha, ready move. Mike 5-4.
From the gun, here's Stafford.
Check.
Complete to Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Chris Jones, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Throwing is Stafford. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Shim! He's coming! We got that.
3rd and long, it's Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Chris Jones make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. On now to kick it away is the punter, Matt Weil. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looks pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Jahan! 53, Mike. I'm coming for you, son!
Throwing on 2nd down. Cousins. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. And since they still have 10 yards to go, they'll just say, let's roll this over to 3rd down and decline it.
Let's just be honest about it. If you can't get them off the field on 3rd and 10, then something's wrong with your defense anyway. No sense in taking that penalty.
Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Cousins. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Cousins now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a first down here. Cousins gives way to Cook. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Damon Harrison, the one on the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Past the 20. It's complete to Diggs. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down. No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there. Right from the...
Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they are going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown. Under pressure, they got him again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Stafford now to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first.
First down.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now it's Stafford. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. The Lions into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Now throwing on first down and completing it. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
Here we go.
10 more there and another first down. Took nearly the entire first half, but a first red zone opportunity for him here. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10.
Give me that ball, defense. Check
To the air again, Stafford. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. TJ Hockenson, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Prater for the extra point, and that'll make it 24-7. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half. Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah.
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
We own them. We own them.
3rd and long for Cousins. The open man is Smith. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Cousins now to throw on first down. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Play action now. Cousins. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now on the afternoon. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. 20! And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Mike Hughes came crashing in that time, got the sack.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Vikings will take over here first and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They run it again with Cook. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Switch the mic right here. We'll go Mike 40, Mike 40.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. Touchdown, Vikings.
Touchdown.
Irv Smith Jr., his 5th touchdown now on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
Check, watch 54, watch 54.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
I know you feel that.
And that's one of the reasons we like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And it's for pride now, but the Lions do get a bit closer. Extra point good by Prater. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they're going to go with the jet sweep. This is Diggs with it. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. A big play there for Minnesota. 40 yards on the ground. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Cook, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
Watch tight, watch tight. Tight end right, tight end right.
On play action, Cousins. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. They go play action. Cousins. It's caught. Smith. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down. And his kick is indeed good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Let's go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They'll keep it on the ground. Vance, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks. The Lions on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 14. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
Hey, me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. I'm
A first down carry here for Johnson. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. Switch.
They go to Johnson again.
No.
He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the 50, Stafford. It's caught. Jones. He'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check the backer. 6. 22. Sky. Hurry up, get set.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
We got this.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
Here we go.
Now a first down throw, Stafford. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. One last throw here for Stafford. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson, but now it's 3rd and goal. Now it's Matt Prater on for the Lion field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And the kick here is good, so add 3 to the total, but they're still coming up well short, and that is how this one comes to an end. Well, this one provided some good drama down to the very end. That last kickoff return